poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Ink and the Brand, man. And we are back at it like a bad habit. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Salute to the new subscribers too. I appreciate y'all. So y'all rocking with the boy, man. I got a lot of new followers recently. I was like, damn, where did this come from? But real talk though, I appreciate y'all tapping in with the boy Ink and the Brand, man. And I'm just your average everyday cat, man. I don't really put myself on no pedestal. I'm not big-headed, arrogant like I used to, man. If y'all been paying attention to my content, y'all know I did some time. That humbled the hell out of me, man. So I'm just your average everyday bachelor, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get rich, you know what I mean, and trying to knock a bad chick who I can have children with and create a legacy. You feel what I'm saying? And we all know that that's not easy to do these days. You feel me? But truth be told, a lot of men share the same sentiment as I do, as far as what I just said, right? Now, you might not hear him say that, you know what I'm saying, because there's a lot of capping going on the internet, you know what I mean, for reasons that I won't go into because that may be another video. But for today, I'm gonna touch on what makes a man cold-hearted, you feel me? What really turns men into an individual that has a cold heart, right? So, us as men growing up, you know what I mean, to a certain level, we all kind of buy into the Disney fairy tale from an early age. You know what I mean? Not to the degree as women do, but you know, we watch Superman when they swoop, you know, he swoops in and saves a chick, and you know what I'm saying? We've even seen Godzilla, if I'm not mistaken, that's Godzilla, where, you know, he saves a chick. I think he takes her off the building and he has her in the palm of her hand. You dig what I'm saying? We see movies to where, you know, the man rescues the girl and bites everybody. Now he got the girl. So when you're growing up as a man, right, you kind of get an idealistic view, idealistic way of looking at how to get a chick and rescue her and save her and be the knight in shining armor, right? So, which in my opinion is good. I think that, you know, young boys, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, 7 years old, they should want to be chivalrous and protect women. And can you imagine what the world would be like if we had a bunch of red pill 3 through 7 year olds running the playgrounds? You know what I mean? It would be bad. I'm just being honest, man. I'm not, like I said, this is an anti-simp channel. This is an anti-trick channel. We don't do that shit over here. But I try to keep it tall with what's going on, right? So you grow up believing, you know, with this ideology, right? Just me personally, right? I remember, like in California growing up, I got my first Nerf gun, right? I'm probably telling my age with these Nerf guns. Actually, no, Nerf guns are still out. I ain't that old, even though I am kind of getting old. But I remember getting my first Nerf gun, and I'm like, oh yeah, boom. I'm like, boom. And then I remember playing like, oh, there was a girl I had a crush on. Her name is Chelsea. I'm gonna say her name is Chelsea. This is probably like 4th grade. I was visioning like somebody kidnapped Chelsea, and then there was in the bathroom. I'm like, let Chelsea go. Boom, I'm shooting a Nerf gun and you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm doing as a kid, right? All right, boom. And then you get like 10, 11 years old. You get to the like 5th to 6th grade, right? And then you start seeing certain habits, right? You start seeing women holding hands with certain guys. You start seeing women, like a big thing for me, I know personally, like in 6th grade, getting a hug from a woman was like the best thing ever. If you got a hug from a chick, oh, you was popping, you was lit. Bro, couldn't nobody tell you shit. If you got a hug from a chick, when I was in school in 6th grade, oh shit. 6th, 7th, 8th grade, if you was getting hugs, oh man. If you was getting hugs during the breaks and after lunch from women, bro, you was on top of the world, right? But women only hugged a certain kind of guy. Wasn't everybody getting a hug, right? On a side note, I got a couple hugs, I think, when I hit like 7th grade. And I got my first kiss from a chick in 7th grade. She actually walked up. I think I told the story before on my channel, but we outside class one day, and I'm just standing there. Her name was Jessica, this Filipino chick. She walked right up to me, kissed me on my left cheek out of nowhere. And in front of everybody, too. So I felt like I was mad after that. But I'm like, okay. Now, and I'm lucky enough to actually have that experience, right? But growing up, when you have the experience, you kind of get a view of the hierarchy, the structure of men, right? You have your guys on the bottom who don't get any female attention. A woman won't even talk to them. And then you have, guys who are still low, but they're above them. And, a girl might say hi to them, but they're not getting no hugs. You dig what I'm saying? And then the next tier up, they'll get hugs. The next tier up will get, they'll get maybe a kiss. And then the highest tier are actually having sex and getting head, right? I wasn't the higher tier. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 18. I'm just gonna keep it tall with y'all. But you start learning these things as a youngster if you pay attention, right? And then you start realizing, at least in my case, but I think I can speak for most men. You know what I'm saying? I know, man. I know how men operate, right? So you start realizing, like, wait, hold on. The guys who are actually losing their virginity at 14, 15, 16 years old, the men who are actually getting kisses and getting head, these guys are the bad guys. Now, what I mean by that, I mean these guys are skipping school. You know what I mean? Again, this is just 6th to 8th. This is my in 6th to 8th grade. I'm not even at high school. I'm talking about 6th to 8th grade. These guys are skipping class. They're smoking weed, getting into fights, getting suspended. You feel what I'm saying? These are the top tier guys who are actually having sex and getting head from these women, right? Mind you, this is just 6th to 8th grade. We're not talking about high school and on, right? College, none of that. So you're like, damn. Getting bad grades. These guys are getting D's. You know what I'm saying? They're getting D's and F's on their report cards and things like that. But these guys are getting all the women, the cute women, the cute chick you got a crush on. Well, hey, guess what? She's walking home with that 8th grader, and they're going back to his house because he's living in a single mom's house, and she's at work, and she don't get back till 5. We get out at 3:40, so they got like an hour, 20 minutes to do their thing, right? So I want y'all. So pause for a second. What do y'all think? And y'all can respond in the comment section. What do y'all think that does to the average 10 to 13-year-old's mind when they see something like that, right? So then you fast forward to high school, and again, you might be I don't say a law-abiding citizen because you should be a law-abiding citizen when you're 13, 14, 15 years old. But you're just a good kid. You might play some sports. But you might not be the head of you might not be the starting point guard, but you might play football, but you're not on the starting squad. You're third team, you're a 4th string. Third string, 4th string guy. You know what I mean? But you're seeing your peers have a lot more success with women than you are, but they might be jerks, like for example, right? Okay, you get to high school, right? You got a crush on a chick, but she chooses a guy who's, junior varsity. You know what I'm saying? You're a freshman. But he's JV, so he got status and he's athletic, right? But, he has several women and, you could tell that, like, you basically know that she knows that he's out there. He's smashing on her, but she still chooses him. It doesn't matter what he's doing. He could be a Satan worshiper. He could have damn Luciferian. He could have one of them stars on his wall. You know what I'm saying? But he's still getting chosen on by the chick you got a crush on, the cute chick you got a crush on in high school. You feel what I'm saying? So you internalize that. You say, and you might be a little shy. Now, granted, you might be a little shy and not know how to talk to women yet. And the starting quarterback does. Of course he does, because he has more experience than you. He's been getting pussy since he was like 11 years old. You're hard dick at, you ain't getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? You barely even know how to beat your meat yet. So you're seeing these things and you're taking notes, right? and then, um, and then, you know, you might go on I was going to insert my own story into this, but I'm not going to do that. But I spoke on this previously before. But you know, you might go on a prom. You might get lucky. You might get one prom date when you get to your junior prom. I mean, you might get the little ugly, little pudgy chick to say yes to go to your date with you, right? And then yeah, you go to prom and whatnot. But then you seeing everybody else and their girls, and you know he's a liar. He's an asshole. He done smashed the whole school. He got all F's in school. I don't even know why he's even here because he should in there be in juvenile hall because his grades are so bad. He's a bully. You know what I mean? He beats up on the weak, and you know what I mean. But they all got the cute chicks, the chicks that you like, right? And you just here with this. Whatever you want to call it, you feel me? You internalize this, right? And then the chick that you with, she might end up choosing up on another dude at the dance or something to that effect. Y'all feel what I'm saying, right? Now, you spent your whole time, you know what I mean? Like I said, dreaming about being a woman's superhero. Having this idealistic view of love, and you know, you play those MASH games. If y'all remember MASH, when y'all take the piece of paper, y'all write MASH, and I can't remember the details of the game, but it's basically a game where you try to map out who you're gonna have kids with and marry and all that stuff, right? Just to find out that what women choose are not what you were taught that they choose. So what ends up happening is you get older, you start peeping game, you start learning how things really work. You start realizing like, damn, being a nice guy, it doesn't pay off. I've been a nice guy my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a virgin at 30 years old. Or hey, I courted this woman. You know, I paid for dates. I'm chivalrous. I'm opening her doors. I'm washing her panties. I'm buying her period pads and inserting her tampons in her pussy. I'm doing all this, man, and I still get cheated on. I'm doing all this. I still can't get loyalty at this woman, right? So what happens is a man develops a cold heart over time. You know what I mean? He starts to realize that in order to get what he wants, he has to unprogram him from the BS that he learned growing up. He might have success with doing that one or two times, and then now he's basically gone. He's basically out of there. He knows that being a nice guy doesn't work. Being cold, being an asshole does work, and that brings him more success. Again, I don't want to drag this video on too long, y'all. But y'all get the gist of what I'm saying, man. Men develop cold hearts due to social programming and experiences experienced by the masses, right? What I mean by that is, guys, our experiences are very common. I mean, the average guy goes through this in their lifetime. It is what it is. Like I said, it's only the top 10 to 20% of guys. These days, it's more like the 5 to 10% of guys who go through this. You know what I mean? I'll leave out this. I think to a certain degree, you have to have a cold heart, but at the same time, you don't want to be so jaded to where you're just completely blocked off of thinking that there's not legit, good, feminine, fit, friendly, traditional, submissive women out here, because they are. The downside is in this data market today is this is a globalized data market that we're in. You know what I mean? You got your Instagrams, you got your dating apps, Facebook, dating, and all this shit, right? And what happens is you know, the average guy ain't getting no women. So they're so desperate for a woman's attention and sex, pretty much, right, that they'll do absolutely anything to get it. Whether it's fly you out to Germany and or fly or do whatever, send you cash apps, do all this simp shit and all this trick shit that ends up fucking the game up in the long run. which ultimately, in my humble opinion, is the biggest reason why men develop cold hearts, man. But I'll just say, fellas, like I said, don't let it affect to the point where you're so jaded to the point where you're completely blocked off to a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, even though they are rare, they out here. You know what I'm saying? They out here. The most frustrating part to most men, and like I said, I think I can speak for most men, is that what most men are looking for is not packaged properly. What I mean by that is, like, yeah, you could probably find a chick who's nice and who has a good attitude with no kids, but she's probably gonna be ugly as hell in the face. She's probably gonna be fat. Her body probably gonna be shaped like the uppercase letter P. You know what I mean? And look, if a man does the work, he's working out, he's gaining skills, you know, getting his education, starting businesses, and doing things like that, man, he don't want that. He wants something decent. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's why men develop cold hearts, man. But hey, this is Wayne for the Brain, man. If you like the content, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't already. And I'll catch you on the next one, man. Y'all be smooth, be solid.